Wonderful. So welcome everyone. Today we'll have the No Wallet 8 demo. And yeah, here's our agenda. So it's been like 2 weeks, but we finally prepared everything for our NFT release, and we actually released it like this week. So you can check the Google Play and App Store. And now we will go through the changes of that 2.5 NFT release. We will also cover in this demo our new addition for iOS version of No Wallet regarding EVM browser support. So we'll discuss what is that exactly and how our users can benefit from that. And traditionally, we will also add new networks. On today's demo, it will be Integritee. So we will see how it goes on the live today. And in the end of the presentation, we will also review the roadmap. We will take a look on our priorities for the development and for the collaborations, as well as we will take a sneak peek for the upcoming functionality. All right. So while others keep joining, let's quickly go through our social media. So feel free to join our Telegram groups, as well as like follow us on Twitter, join on the Element, and subscribe on the YouTube channel. And by the way, you can always find all necessary information, such as download links on our website. So feel free to visit nowallet.io. All right, so let's now go through the demo functionality. Recently, we have just deployed the 2.5 version to the App Store and Google Play, and now it's already available. So what exactly we did in this release? We have added the new Your NFT widget on the Assets tab, which basically allows you to preview your amount of the NFT and some of them right on the Assets tab. As well as you can go now and scroll all of your NFTs, which are basically coming from the Unix palette on StateMine and Remark version 1 and Remark version 2 protocols from the Kusama. And we also added the screen to see the details of selected NFT from this list. So you can now check the information regarding the price, name information, who is the owner, collection, and so on. We will take a look on it on the demo later on. And yeah, as I mentioned, it's already available, so feel free to the update. Some mockups for you to refresh how it looks like, but yeah, we'll take a look on the demo later on. Another point which I would like to emphasize on this demo as well is EVM browser support. So in addition to the NFTs, iOS version received the huge update for the DApp browser. So now what exactly we did? Basically, we integrated the MetaMask protocol right into the Nova browser, which allows from the ecosystem perspective to first utilize Moonbeam and Moonriver DApps. So now you can visit all of these DApps like Moonbeam application, Solarflare, RomDAO, Moonsama, and so on. So all of the DApps which are working on the Moonbeam or Moonriver networks are now supported on the iOS, and you can utilize them as you want. But not only that, any Ethereum-based DApps are now supported. So think about like any of the application which you can log into using your MetaMask, right, in your browser. The same applies to the Nova wallet now. So you can use the Nova browser to browse any of the Ethereum applications like Uniswap or any ecosystem application which requires you to do the bridging from, let's say, Ethereum network to some Polkadot ecosystem network. Now that would be possible because No Wallet now understands how to treat the MetaMask protocol. So yeah, as a point for our users, it's useful to manage first their Ethereum assets using those applications or to utilize the bridge features in the ecosystem applications. Yes, so that's already available on App Store and TestLite. And yeah, here's some few examples which we also shown on the last demo. So you can now connect to the Moonbeam Moonriver applications, to RomDAO, or even to some DEX which are working on the Moonbeam or Moonriver networks. Now, let's discuss about new networks. Today, we will add Integritee right on this demo, but I would like to remind that tomorrow, or even like in a few hours from now, the Polkadot will open the gateways for the Polkadot parachain winners, such as Interlay, Infinity, Hydra, Centrifuge, Nodal, and Composable. So starting from, I think it's a couple of hours from now, those networks would be able to basically onboard to the Polkadot ecosystem, which means that you can expect no wallet to support them as soon as they will launch their networks and start producing the blocks, and will finish internal testing. So in like, you can expect us to add those networks either in 2 weeks or maybe earlier if they will finish the onboarding earlier. And yeah, let's quickly remind ourselves how we will add the networks. Basically, we manage it on our open source repository. So it's just enough for us to update the configuration file on the GitHub site, and then the No Wallet will be able to fetch this configuration file for the users. Yep, so let's switch to my Android emulator here. And let's quickly go through first NFTs. Then we will add the Affinity network to the production application, and we will basically verify it. And then we will also have a quick demo tour to EVM browser on the iOS, right? Okay, so now you can see the updated screen of the assets tab, right? So you can, hold on, let me relaunch this. So basically now you have your NFTs widget on the assets tab. Yeah, I'm sorry, I had just switched the VPN, so I need to relaunch this, I guess. But let's just use the iOS demo instead, just to save some time. While I'm launching the iOS sharing, maybe there are some questions in the chat. All right, so in this case, let's proceed with the demo. So as I mentioned, now our users are able to see the NFTs on the assets tab. You can see this your NFTs widget with amount of the NFTs belonging to this account, as well as some like free previews for the users just to spice up the screen. Now we can go to the list of these NFTs, and we can see all of them basically in this nice screen. So we can scroll. If account has lots of NFTs, like more than 100, then we also managed to build the network in a way that the user experience will be not affected. So everything will be smooth and nice. So let's go into the details of certain NFT, for example, Spirit Key. Now, here on the detail screen, we are able to see first, of course, the content of the NFT. In this case, it's an image. Also the name, the type of the series, and the description, right? Below that, we can find information about the collection, the owner, who has created this NFT, and the network to which this NFT is belong to. The users are also available to do some something like with the address of the owner or of the creator. So for example, we can basically just copy it on view in the subscan, polkascan, or yeah, sub ID. So that's how you can preview your NFTs. You can see that it's basically working pretty much with any NFTs here. And yeah, we are also planning to expand the amount of the information which you can see here. For example, in this particular account, we don't see the price, but I will show you some of the examples once we will switch on the Android device. But yeah, we are able to display the price of the NFTs if they are listed, as well as we are planning to add some more informations like to see it in the singular, for example, if it's available there, or to verify the information about this NFT on IPFS or Crust. So yeah, that's regarding the NFTs. Any questions here? All right, so let's then switch to the browser. So you might notice that we now have the EVM category here, right? Which basically aggregates all those new DApps which require the MetaMask protocol to be supported by the browser, right? One of the examples would be, of course, the Moonbeam and Moonriver applications, but you can see like we have several DApps already available in our DApp catalog. So let's try to do something, for example, on Moonriver DApp. You can see that it's basically asking us to use either MetaMask or Wallet Connect, and we can also switch from Moonbeam and Moonriver networks here right off the bat. So for example, we will try to switch to the Moonbeam, and Moonbeam applications actually, and Moonbeam and Moonriver applications basically provide you lots of the features. So you can claim your rewards from the crowd loan. Let's try to do that. So we just confirmed this transaction and we send it to the Moonbeam blockchain. So our crowd loan rewards, which are basically vested over the time, now would be claimed using this manual claim feature. What else we can do here? We can manage our staking, like we can add more tokens to the staking, or we can basically manage the collator. So we can select a new collator, we can add tokens to staking, we can remove them from staking. So all of the staking operations are provided on the Moonbeam and Moonriver dApps. So now iOS users can manage their Moonbeam and Moonriver tokens with more utility cases. Now, besides staking and crowd loan rewards, there are, I believe, also opportunity. Hold on, this is available only on Moonriver. So let's switch to the Moonriver dApp. There are also opportunity to do the cross-chain operations. The interface is a bit, has a party going on, but basically you can do all the cross-chain operations with Kusama, and we even can see the Kintsugi token. That's very interesting. That's probably was added recently. And also Remark token. So now you can do all of these operations which are supported here, like you can deposit. So it means that you are able to send to the Moonbeam on Moonriver network your Kusamas using deposit feature. You are also advised to use the withdraw feature, so you can basically take the Kusama token from Moonbeam network to probably Kusama or Karura, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, destination is only Kusama available here, but yeah, so you can withdraw Kusama tokens from Moonriver network, and yeah, that's basically the options that you have now with cross-chain assets available on Nova browser using the Moonriver and Moonbeam dApps. Yeah, and besides the Moonbeam and Moonriver application, there are like tons of possibilities now, which are provided by Moonbeam and Moonriver networks. You can see like you can have a DEX operations. You can swap easily from any token basically which exists on the Moonriver network. Let's give some time for that to load. And yeah, all of these use cases are now basically available for the users to connect to these dApp applications. Yeah, probably something is going on with the Moonbeam, I believe. Oh, sorry, Solar Beam. So let's try the Solar Flare. Yeah, I guess my networking playing some games with me. But anyways, so now it's possible for no browser to connect to Ethereum-based dApps. Those would be working on either like Ethereum network or Ethereum-based networks. Or yeah, if we're talking about the Polkadot ecosystem, we are talking about Moonbeam network, Moonriver network, and all applications which are launched on those networks. So let me review the chat for a second. Can we separate the token and NFT balances? Yeah, so that's actually a good question. So for now, you can see that implementation on Android is not including the let's say prices from your NFTs on your account to the total balance, but on iOS, this information is included. So what we are thinking is we will try to see how it goes, and we'll try to provide the best solution for the users to manage this information. I think that would be a proper way. Well, personally, I think that it's okay to merge these balances, but only if we would be able to either configure that display, like include or not include NFTs to the total balance, And we should also provide the decomposition for the total balance, like your available balance, how many are in staking, and so on. So probably we will refine this feature as we go. Is it supported to work with actual 2.5 version? I go to Moonbeam. Yeah, so if you're on Android, that means that we are still working on integrating the MetaMask protocol to the DApp browser, which means that on Android, those EVM DApps are not working for now. And if you're on iOS, then yes, you can already use them and utilize them. We will talk about priorities and when to expect this to be available on Android later in this presentation. Speaking of Android, let me switch back to my desktop. While I was presenting the iOS device, I rebooted the basically Android, and now it's working. So the connection is established. Sorry for this, that was caused because of the VPN. Right, so as I just shown you for the iOS demo, the same goes for the Android, exactly the same functionality, right? But since I'm using the emulator, I'm able to add so-called watch mode accounts, which means that I can add this by just injecting the account address. I cannot do any operation for this account, but I can preview them. So let's go through one of these watch mode or read-only accounts. So we can see that this account specifically has some NFTs which are basically listed. So you can see the price is available here, right? As well as you are able to find the price information inside of the NFT details, right? So yeah, and regarding the networking optimization, let's try to switch to the account with relatively high amount of NFTs. And you can see that basically users can scroll. The scroll works pretty much smooth. And yeah, the NFT previews would be loaded in a sequence. So basically, they will be loaded as the user scrolls. Sorry for the internet connection. The speed is not very good for me right now. But yeah, you can see that basically the user experience is not affected by those loadings, so we can freely scroll further. And we can even see the shimmering NFTs if we don't yet received any information, but the application tells you that, hey, there is something more being loaded. Just hold on for a second. And you can see that it's pretty much loading fast right now. So yeah, that's just about like technical aspect, which affects the user experience as well. Right, I think we discussed the NFTs. Regarding the DApps section on Android, as I mentioned, if user will try to go to the EVM section on Android and will try to open, for example, Moonbeam, basically nothing will happen because right now the DApp browser is not yet integrated with MetaMask protocol, right? So yeah, you can see that provider was not found, while on the iOS, it's basically allowing you to connect it. But yeah, no worries, we are already working on it, so expect it to be delivered pretty much soon on Android. Right, and let me also add the new network while we are on a desktop and PC. For that, I will go to our GitHub repository. Stepan is already prepared the changes which we need to do to the our repo. So we can see that we have all information regarding Integritee now added to our repository, and let's just approve and merge it. So once we merge these changes, it should be reflected on the application side within like no more than 5 minutes. So while we're waiting for it to be applied into our application, let's go back to our slides and continue the demo, basically. Right. So regarding our plans and roadmap, I would like to remind everyone that currently we are working on delivering the design update according to our Kusama Treasury proposal. That would be the final major scope of work for us. We would like to apply the changes to the user interface, which means that we would like to be it more user-friendly. right? And we would like to rethink some features according to the either community feedback or our own feelings, right? So you can see some of the examples. We clean up in a certain way our history as well as like transaction details. Before it was pretty much like a technical screen, let's say. It was kind of in a table format, but now we have some accents like what was the operation. The date is more like yeah, how to say it, indicated. And also the rest of the information is located in nice blocks on the screen. We also working on redoing the send flow, and that is kind of a challenge for us because you can see that in the ecosystem, lots of the cross-chain operations now appearing, and we have to include this or take this into the account because we would like to provide the same flow for sending the tokens inside of the network and sending the tokens from one network to another, basically. So we are taking this into the consideration so that later on, once we will introduce the cross-chain transfers, we would be able to apply just a small changes to the screen, basically. And yeah, we also have the staking screen updated. We noticed that lots of users don't know how to manage their staking because there is no indicator. So we decided to pull off all the buttons for staking management just below your stake. And yeah, that would be one of the changes for the staking user interface. So yeah, for the next weeks, we will try to focus on this to deliver what we promised to Kusama community and consulars. Yeah, expect us to bring more user-friendly application on the next demo. And overall, let's quickly remind that now No Wallet is available on App Store and Google Play. We would really appreciate if you will rate our application. Yeah, feel free to provide any feedback that you have, like what we should focus more or what we did great. So yeah, we're very curious about that. And as for the development plans, we are currently working, as I mentioned, on user interface rework, which is part of the Kusama proposal. As well as we are planning to continue delivering the EVM support on the Android. After that, we are going to switch our focus to our proposal to the Moonbeam Foundation, which basically brings the Moonbeam and Moonriver staking opportunities right into the Nova user interface, because we not only would like to provide an opportunity to stake, we would like to wrap it in the nice interface, just like we did for the Kusama and Polkadot staking. And of course, XM features like cross-chain transfers is part of this proposal to the Moonbeam Foundation. Right. I think that would be it for us today. So any questions? And also let me switch to the production version of No Wallet, and let's see if Integritee made it to the production application. We should see it in the assets list now. Yep. Now we are able to manage the tier tokens, as well as we can see the Integritee network. So yeah, you can check your application. It should be available there as well. If not, try to restart the application because No Wallet fetches this configuration file, which we just updated on the launch. So yeah, try to restart the app and you should be able to see Integritee shell network here. In addition to that, you are also now able to see to use the Integritee DApps if you can connect to some of them, right? Either by search or we would add it to the app catalog, since we have now Integritee network supported. All right. Yeah, native staking. Yeah, I'm also excited about that as well. But yeah, that's just nice that iOS users are already able to utilize the Moonbeam and Moonriver applications already, because yeah, that provides you opportunity to do something at least. All right, so let's finish here. Thanks everyone for participating, and we will see you in 2 weeks. Have a good one. Bye.